Hi, I'm Andreas Apitz. This jazz piano video is part of my series on one-hand voicings for the 2-5-1 progression in minor keys. In fact, it addresses the same B position voicings that I introduced in my last video. In this one, as well as in the next 3 videos, I'd like to show you a step-by-step way of taking the cadence through all 12 keys without getting overwhelmed. I already demonstrated the principle in video number 2 of my Drop 2 voicing series. But this time I'd like to actually walk all the way through the process and invite you to join in and practice with me. For that purpose, I will list the individual exercises with timestamps in the description box below, so you can jump right to each step for practicing. Also, the steps can be seen as chapters on the time bar. I like to point out that you're not supposed to make it through the whole video right away when you practice along with it, especially if the given information is new to you. Allow yourself to stay with any part of it. That's why I put in the timestamp markings. Understanding the information is just the first step. The bigger part of the process is to actually digest it by just doing it patiently until you don't have to think about it anymore. Along with learning the voicings in different keys, this video also is about memorizing the circle of fifths, as the 2-5-1 cadence, undoubtedly the most significant chord progression not only in jazz, in itself is a 3-part segment of the descending circle of fifths. The importance of knowing the circle by heart gets obvious. In fact, the term cadence, from the Latin word cadere, which means to descend or to fall, refers to the movement of the chord roots in descending fifths. I will divide the circle in 4 segments that I used to call quadrants. Recently, the idea came to me to visualize the circle as a map with the cardinal directions north, which is C, south, F sharp or G flat, east, A, west, E flat. So what I used to call quadrants would now represent 4 territories: northeastern, northwestern, southwestern, and southeastern territories. In this video, we will concentrate on the northeastern territory ranging from C to A. We will start in the north, which is C. As I mentioned, the 2-5-1 cadence in itself is a portion of the circle in descending direction. Descending meaning counterclockwise in this diagram. The chord roots of the cadence are displayed inside the circle, the arrows showing the movement in descending fifths. Let's find the chords for the cadence in C minor and their specific voicings. The 2 chord is D minor 7 flat 5. The voicing as shown above in intervals related to the root D is the flat 5, A flat, the minor 7th C, the root D, and the 4th G. The 5 chord is G7 altered. The voicing is the 3rd B, the flat 13 E flat, the minor 7th F, the flat 9 A flat. The 1 chord is C minor. The voicing is the 6th A, the 9th D, the minor 3rd E flat, and the 5th G. The entire cadence played with a basic rhythm pattern as notated above. Let's memorize this particular segment of the circle of fifths and play the cadence in C minor together 8 times in a row. The next step is to move to the neighbor key of C minor in this territory, which is G minor. Here the cadence has the 2 chord A minor 7 flat 5. The voicing is flat 5th, E flat, minor 7th, G, root A, 4th, D. The 5 chord is D7 altered. The voicing is 3rd, F sharp, flat 13, B flat, minor 7th, C, flat 9, E flat. The 1 chord is G minor. The voicing is the 6th, E, the 9th A, the minor 3rd B flat, the 5th D. The entire cadence Let's play it together 8 times in a row while memorizing this segment of the circle. The next step is absolutely vital. We will get back to the cadence in the key of C minor. Remember, the memory trace left in your mind by practicing something once is very faint and ephemeral. Also, endless repetitions on this one time won't be very effective, as your attention will get dulled. What will work best is to revisit an exercise as often as possible after having played or done something else. This is what eventually will make the information sink in so deeply that it will be at your fingertips. So let's play the cadence in C minor again for 4 times. And back again to G minor for 4 more times. In the next step, we will alternate between the 2 keys in time, playing the cadence in each key twice, then switch to the other key, and so on, starting with C minor. Now we will alternate between the keys of C and G minor every time without repetition. Now we will turn to the east, which is the key of A minor. The cadence has the 2 chord B minor 7 flat 5. The voicing is flat 5th F, minor 7th A, root B, 4th E. The 5 chord is E7 altered. The voicing is the 3rd G sharp, the flat 13 C, the minor 7th D, the flat 9th F. The 1 chord is A minor. The voicing is the 6th F sharp, the 9th B, the minor 3rd C, the 5th E. The entire cadence Let's memorize this segment of the circle and play the cadence together 8 times. Now we will move to the neighbor key of A minor in this territory. It is D minor. The cadence has the 2 chord E minor 7 flat 5. The voicing is flat 5th B flat, minor 7th D, root E, 4th A. The 5 chord is A7 altered. The voicing is 3rd C sharp, flat 13 F, minor 7th G, flat 9th B flat. The 1 chord is D minor. The voicing is the 6th B, the 9th E, the minor 3rd F, the 5th A. The entire cadence. Let's memorize this segment of the circle and play the cadence together 8 times. Now we will get back to A minor and check if we still can play the cadence in that key 4 times in a row. And back again to D minor for 4 more times. As with the keys of C and G minor, we will now alternate between the keys of A and D minor in time, playing the cadence in each key twice, then switch to the other key and so on, starting with A minor. Now we will alternate between the keys of A and D minor every time without repetition. Let's check if we still are able to alternate between the other 2 keys, C and G minor. And again alternate between A and D minor. Now it is time to what I call roaming the territory, stepwise movement starting from the north, 1 step towards the east and back, then 2 steps and back, then 3 steps, reaching the east and return home to the north. For a conclusion, we will again roam the territory, this time starting in the east. One step towards the north and back, then 2 steps and back, then 3 steps, reaching the north and return home to the east. In the next 3 videos of this series, I will go through the remaining territories, one at a time. I wanted to make the concept clear in this first one. The sequels will contain less explanations, but the exercises will be as detailed as in this one. That's it for now. I would appreciate your likes, comments, and subscriptions to my channel. Bye. See you next time.